Welcome back to the Perks Recap Podcast. Big day around here. Today is the 23rd. It is Friday, and I'm going to be doing the Texas Rangers Yankees series review as I've been doing all along this season. But also, I'm going to be doing the podcast with Al later today, the Aerosmith podcast. And we're going to be talking all things Aerosmith. If you're an Aerosmith fan, definitely want to tune in. And if you're a rock and roll fan in general, you probably want to tune in for that one. And that one will be out later today, probably more towards the evening or maybe even as late as tomorrow morning, but that is the latest for sure. It will be out in short order. And then also I'm going to be recording some stuff for the Perks Recap music reactions for the weekend, and I'll be doing all that today. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, two podcasts coming at you today. So let's get to this first one. The New York Yankees are playing well. I mean, playing really well. They've dispelled what I was saying earlier in the year when they were not beating anybody who was any good, not playing well on the road, all those things. Now, this was a home series, but Texas is I think they're better than been playing so far. They're not hitting all that well, which is surprising. Excuse me. They're around 500 basically. Basically a 500 team. But either way, you got to win these games. You got to win this series, and let's see how they did on Tuesday, the 20th. The Yankees with a 5-2 win. And I got to say something first and foremost. If you told me that Will Warren and Yarborough were going to be two of the three starters against Texas, I'd say if we can somehow win one of those games and then win the third game and take two out of three, I would be very happy with that. Um, when you've got Warren and you've got Yarborough in your rotation, and Schmidt, who can definitely be up and down, it's very difficult to win series. Well, Will Warren, all he does is go out there and give you 5 2/3 innings, pitches almost to the seventh, almost through six, and gives up no earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 5 hits and a walk, gets the W. He's now 3-2 on the year, and his ERA is 4.05, which means if he has another good start the next time around, his ERA is going to be in the threes. And that would be unbelievable. Even 4.05, I'll take it from your fifth starter or fourth start, even from Will Warren. I will take 4.05. Mark Leiter Jr. came in for an inning and a third, gave up nothing. I've had my doubts about him, but he's definitely starting to quell those doubts as well. Ian Hamilton has a cause for concern a little bit. This was his first of two outings against Texas this series. He goes 2/3 of an inning, give up 2 hits, a walk, and 2 earned runs. Not good. That's the Yankees won 5-2. That's where the 2 runs came from. Devin Williams comes in for an inning, gets up a hit, but 2 strikeouts, no runs. Once again, his ERA is climbing down slowly. Um, Actually, Williams came in before Hamilton. Hamilton came in, and I believe it was 5-0 or 5-1, whatever the case was. Maybe it was 5-0, and gave up the 2 runs, and then it became a save situation. So Weaver comes in and pitches just a third of an inning and gets a save out of it. He gets one out. So he gets the sixth save. Rice hit his 10th homer. Judge hit his 16th homer. Judge also stole a base. He was 2 for 4. Grisham 2 for 4. Rice 2 for 3. Those were like the people that had more than one hit. Okay, so Wednesday the 21st, the Yankees win again, 4-3. They win both of these games with Warren and Yarborough. Yarborough, 5 innings, 1 run, 8 Ks, 3 hits, and his ERA is 3.38. He's been so good for the Yankees since he's gotten to the rotation. Wow. The Weisiger came on for 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and a walk. So that's probably why he left the game. Tim Hill came in for an inning, gives up a hit and gets a strikeout, but he also gives up an earned run. Tim Hill's ERA for the season is at 3.80. Ian Hamilton comes in for just a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits, gives up a run as well, gets a K. Ian Hamilton now, this is 2 outings in a row where he can't complete an inning, and it works out to be a total of 1 inning and 3 runs given up, not getting it done. His ERA is up to 6.14. So keep an eye on Ian Hamilton if he's going to stick around, if he's going to get jettisoned, or maybe try to figure it out. Obviously, De Los Santos gets an inning, 3. He gives up 3 hits, a walk and a K, but his ERA is 2.08. He did not give up the run. I think he came out with runners on. And Weaver once again comes on and gets the win after just an inning of work and giving up nothing. But the reason why is because this was a 3-3 game in the bottom of the ninth inning, and Jason Dominguez, home run number 6, walk off, first Yankees walk off homer in 2 years since the 2022 season. So that's cool to see. Actually, does that make it 3 years? The 2023 season? I don't remember. I think it's 2022 season. Regardless, Jason Dominguez gets the walk off. His 6th homer of the year. Bellinger also hit his 8th home run of the year. He was 2 for 4. Judge, if you're wondering, was 1 for 3. And his ERA, his batting average, was just barely holding on to being over 400. Judge also had an RBI. But back to Dominguez. I've been saying it all along. I like what I'm seeing from him. The moment definitely doesn't seem too big for him. He seems to be pretty calm. He seems to be getting a little better in left field. It's not a complete disaster every fly ball. There's still a lot of work to be done out there for him to be a good outfielder. Is he acceptable? I would say he's getting to that point where he can get by and be a quote unquote bad outfielder, but still an outfielder. And at the plate though, this guy from the right side, I don't know what's going on the right side. He might have to give up the right side and just be a lefty because he hits much better on the left side. And this home run, I mean, just spectacular. Anytime you get a walk off and everybody's jumping all around in his first big moment as a Yankee, at least this year anyway. And great to see what he's been doing so far this year. I'm giving him a lot of credit. I'm giving him a lot of rope. Let's just hope he doesn't hang himself with it. Um, his batting average after this series is 236, so it's not like he's hitting great. But I give him a lot more wiggle room because he's so young and it's his first year. Unlike Volpe, who's still pretty young, but it's his third year, and it's time for him to get better. As I will do the same thing with Dominguez next year. I'm not going to be willing to accept 230. Or really, another low average. And if he does that again in that third year, I'll be saying the same things I'm saying about Volpe because Volpe's also at 239 right now. It's not good enough. Okay, let's move on to Thursday. Thursday, the 22nd. The Yankees with a 1-0 win. And I got to tell you, I love baseball. I love watching the Yankees. This was tough. Not a lot happened in this game. As I take a sip of coffee. Not a lot happened in this game. Um, Jordan, Vivas hits a home run, and that's all the runs of the game. He hits a solo home run, his first home run, I believe his first major league home run. It is. And Judge goes 0 for 3, and he's under 400. Officially, he's at 396 now. And I got to say, he probably won't see 400 again, and that's okay. Um, I can tell at this point when Judge is going good, and I can tell when Judge is kind of struggling a little bit, and Judge is struggling a little bit. No matter how many hits he gets and singles and doubles or whatever, if he's not hitting home runs, he's off, and he's not hitting home runs. He hit one early in the first game of the series to right field, just got over the shortest home run of his career. Like legitimately, that was a story. Um, the thing is, before he was getting his hits, so it didn't really matter. Nobody cared. But now, if he's going to start struggling to get those hits, and he's been not hitting home runs really the last like week or so, um, he's not right yet. He might be going into a little bit of a slump. I mean, he's not immune from a slump. He's gone plenty of times in his career for a 2 week, 3 week stretch where he just doesn't look right, where he's striking out a ton. And usually, eventually he corrects himself. And I'll give the example of last year. All of April, he just was a mess. In parts of May, I think when May started, he was batting something like 240 or something. And wins the MVP. Turned it on. It was great. So hopefully that's all this is, just a little bit of a downslope. That lasts a couple days, a couple weeks or whatever. Hopefully the Yankees can survive it, and then he can come back and get hot again and really carry them again. Um, let's see here. Carlos Rodon. I'm eating crow again. I've got to give him credit. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. I keep waiting for Carlos Rodon to show us, um, for the bad Carlos Rodon to show up again as it has his entire Yankee career now. And it hasn't. Carlos Rodon, 6 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 2.88 ERA, gets the win, and he's 6-3. Wow, Carlos Rodon is basically Fried is acting like he's Cole. Rodon's acting what Fried would be, and it's almost as if, or just acting like he was meant to be act. So basically, what I'm saying is, if we have two good pitchers now, if we didn't get Fried, or if we did get Fried and Carlos Rodon was bad, if Cole didn't get hurt, we'd still just have two good pitchers. And so, the pitching staff, to me, you know, Matt Blake gets a lot of credit, in my opinion, the pitching coach for the Yankees, and the whole staff, really, the bullpen, everybody, they've really done a remarkable job of keeping this team afloat with the pitching the way it is, all the injuries. The only one coming back anytime soon, um, I believe, is Luis Heel. I don't know what Stroman's doing. I think they're going to release Stroman, and I think they're holding him back from coming back because I don't think they want him back. We'll have to see. I just don't think he's going to pitch anymore for them, especially with the way Warren and Yarbrough are now pitching. Leiter Jr. comes in for an inning, 2 hits, 2 Ks. ZRA's at 261. Eating crow on him as well. Can't complain. Devin Williams, another inning, nothing across. This is the second game in a row for this series. And for the most part, he has been very, very good in that eighth inning role. His ERA is down to 6.50. In Weaver, another inning, another save. His ERA is at 0.40. Now, look for his usage and availability in this next series coming up for the Yankees because he pitched, even though it was just a third of an inning in one of them, he pitched all 3 days in this series. So I would assume, and Devin Williams pitched 2 of the 3. I would think probably Williams would be available to close on Friday today if needed, and I think Weaver probably is not available on Friday, and I bet you they're probably hoping to stay away from Weaver on Saturday as well. Don't know that for sure, and I'll tell you what, if they go to Williams on Friday, he's not going to be available on Saturday. So we'll have to see how they handle the back end of the bullpen. Maybe Loizaga gets a chance to get a save if they need it on Saturday, if they're both not available. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Love Loizaga. Um, you got Clark Schmidt on Friday. I'm just seeing if the pitching is lined up yet. You got Freed on Saturday, and on Sunday we're back to Will Warren. And then we go to Anaheim for the Angels. We get a day off on the road where we stay on the road. A weird one, kind of like the weird one that we were at home and we had a day off in between a series. We have Colorado, the Angels, and then we have Thursday off to play, and then we have the Dodgers, and then we have Monday off, which is odd. So we have right around the Dodgers a day off in between, before and after the Dodger series. That will be interesting. West Coast road trip incoming, the second one of this month. I think they would like to probably, straighten that out and put a little bit more distance in between those. But what are you going to do? Batting averages, Grisham still holding steady at 267. Judge, like I said, is at 396. Bellinger, 257. Hottest hitter on the team, no doubt about it. Um, he's been a godsend in terms of picking up the slack a little bit with Judge and some of the other guys. Excuse me. Um, yeah, he's been really, really good the last week or so, and hopefully he can continue that, get his average up to where it normally is. Goldschmidt still at 337. Dominguez, as I said, 236. Volpe, as I said, 239. And then Rice is at 252. He did hit a home run in that first game. He's up to 10 home runs. Go Ben Rice. LeMahieu, LeMahieu, back down to where I thought he'd be, and he's at 211 now. Wells is at 200, and then we've got Peraza 172, Escara 175, Vivas 188. Ugh, we need Jazz Chisholm back. That would be very helpful. I know he was batting like 170 or 180 at the time, but you got to assume he's going to pick that up. So that's what I was assuming. He's never batted that low in his career. Any complete year that Jazz Chisholm has not been a 330 hitter, but he's, in the 260, 270 range. So, we would definitely appreciate that. We need Jazz back. But that's going to do it for this one. The Yankees are flying high. They are in first place. Their record is now 30-19. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games, 11 out of the last 14. A sweep of the Rangers. Gotta love it. Toronto has snuck past Boston for second place. Boston is under 500 now. Toronto's a game over, but Toronto's 5 games back of the Yankees. And their winning percentage for the Yankees now is over 600. So, love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. And let's face it, I never ever expect my team to win. I always am at least cautiously optimistic at most. So I guess the most I could say is I'm cautiously optimistic again. But Colorado, come on, Colorado is 8-2 8-42. You heard that right. 8-42. Are you kidding me? They are going to be challenging the White Sox of last year for the worst record of all time. That's how bad the Rockies have been. Just absolutely atrocious. I don't care that it's in Colorado. The Yankees should hit 25 home runs this series. My God. So hopefully they get it done. They don't even have a pitcher listed for today. It's a to be determined. Um, even two out, they got to sweep this team. If they don't sweep this team, that something's wrong. Especially when a series where Max Fried is pitching, Warren's pitching as well as he is, and Schmidt, who I always like. We'll see. We'll see. I guess if it's a 2 out of 3 thing, I guess I'll take it. But come on, we should really sweep that series. The Angels are just under 500, playing a little better than I thought they would. So, that would be one I would be very excited for 2 out of 3. And then the Dodgers. Even though it's on the road, 2 out of 3 there would be great as well. But let's take care of the Rockies first. That's going to do it. And until next time, and which, by the way, next time is just going to be a few hours from now. I'll have the Aerosmith podcast up with Al. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. But until then, I will see you later.